It's epic and authentic. And now it's your chance to live your Star Wars adventure in a galaxy far, far away. Live from Disneyland Resort in Anaheim, California, Inside Disney Parks presents a live stream of the Star Wars Galaxy's Edge dedication ceremony.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Black Spire Outpost on the planet of Batuu. I'm Reba Burr, and I'm so glad you joined us tonight for this galactic event. In 10 minutes, Walt Disney Company Chairman and Chief Executive Officer Bob Iger will take the stage to dedicate the largest single-themed land expansion ever at Disney Parks. A land that Star Wars and Disney fans of all ages have been patiently waiting for. It was 4 years ago when Bob Iger made this announcement at the 2015 D23 Expo.
Well, we're bringing Star Wars to life in a big way, and I mean really big. We're creating a jaw-dropping new world that represents our largest single-themed land expansion ever. And one more thing, we're not just building one of these, we're building two. One, Disney's Hollywood Studios in Orlando, and the other, right here in Anaheim at Disneyland.
Hard to believe it, but that time is finally here, and the first of those two lands opens this week here at Disneyland Resort. Beginning May 31st, you will have the chance to live your Star Wars adventure. Now, I want to let you guys in on a secret. Bob Iger will not be alone on that stage tonight. In fact, I promise you are not going to want to miss this moment, trust me. But before we get to the celebration, we have so much to share with you. In just a moment, you will get an inside look at Star Wars Galaxy's Edge through the eyes of Scott Trowbridge, the creative executive in charge of the global Star Wars portfolio for Walt Disney Imagineering. Michael Ramirez from the Disney Parks blog will join us with a special digital giveaway for those of you watching and an invitation to participate in tonight's live stream. And from lightsabers to droids, we will show you unique merchandise available to enhance your Star Wars Galaxy's Edge experience, as well as tempt your taste buds with new and exotic food and beverage offerings from a galaxy far, far away. And then we will talk live with Kristen Baver, one of the primary writers for StarWars.com, and get her thoughts on this new land. Star Wars Galaxy's Edge is 14 acres. It's the largest and most technologically advanced single-themed land expansion ever in a Disney park. Here, guests are transported to the planet of Batuu, where they may choose to aid a smuggler, join the Resistance, or pledge their loyalty to the First Order. Now join us on a journey as Scott Trowbridge, Portfolio Creative Executive, Walt Disney Imagineering, takes us to a galaxy far, far away.
Star Wars Galaxy's Edge is, in a word, epic. It is the biggest single land expansion we've ever done in Disney Parks history. This all-new land completely immerses you in the world of Star Wars. It feels like you've just walked straight into a Star Wars movie with all of the characters and all the action and the environments and the sounds and the sights, but for the first time, the smells and the tastes, everything that can help bring Star Wars to life and help give you the most immersive and authentic Star Wars experience you can imagine. Black Spire Outpost is a remote trading port on the edge of wild space. Back in the old sub-Lightspeed days, it was a necessary stopping off point for fuel and provisions. But now that hyperspace has kind of left it in the dust a little bit, it's become a haven for those who didn't want to be in the mainstream, the smugglers, the bounty hunters, those folks looking to crew up for some adventure into wild space. And it's a great stepping off point for new Star Wars stories, including your Star Wars adventure.
So amazing to see it all come to life. Now, as you make your plans to visit Star Wars Galaxy's Edge at the Disneyland Resort, here is important information you need to know. Reservations are required to visit Star Wars Galaxy's Edge from May 31st to June 23rd, and at this time, reservations are no longer available. However, reservations are still available for guests staying at a Disneyland Resort hotel between May 31st and June 23rd. Guests staying at one of the 3 Disneyland Resort hotels during this time will receive a designated reservation to visit Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. Hotel reservations can be made at disneyland.com/hotels. After June 23rd, a reservation is not needed to access Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, but access is subject to capacity. For additional information, visit disneyland.com or the Disney Parks blog. Now, speaking of the Disney Parks blog, joining me now is Michael Ramirez. Hey, Michael.
Hey, Reba.
Michael, I understand you actually have something special for our viewers tonight.
I do, Reba. To celebrate tonight's dedication and opening of Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, we created this commemorative digital wallpaper featuring an epic scene of Black Spire Outpost. You can download this wallpaper right now on the Disney Parks blog for your desktop and mobile device, ensuring the Force is always with you.
I will definitely be downloading that right away. And of course, as always, Michael, you want to hear from our viewers tonight.
I do, absolutely. Using @DisneyParks and #DisneyParksLive on Twitter, I want to know what you are most looking forward to experiencing at Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. Be sure to include where you're watching from. I'll be back after the dedication ceremony to share some of your tweets and, of course, give a few shout-outs.
Yes, and we can't wait to hear from you guys. Whether you're on Earth or here on Batuu, everyone likes food, right, Michael?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I know I do. Well, here at Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, food and beverage are out of this world. Disney Parks blog contributor Alex Dunlap gives us a look.
Reba, food and drink are important experiences for any traveler visiting a new land. And here at Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, guests can enjoy exotic flavors with amazing sights. At Docking Bay 7 Food and Cargo, guests will enjoy unique ingredients used to make new and unusual dishes, such as smoked kadu ribs, fried Andorian tip-yip, and batuban for dessert. In the heart of the Black Spire Outpost is August Cantina, where travelers can share stories and enjoy exotic beverages in a family-friendly environment. And of course, there's my favorite place, Ronto Roasters, where we have savory meat smoking on the barbecue, and it's also where you'll find Chef John State. So John, tell us a little bit about what we have here.
Well, we're known for the Ronto wrap, this grilled fragrant sausage, topped with a sweet tangy slaw, tucked in this warm bread, finished with clutch sauce, yum, or you can have the jerky turkey. One is sweet, one is spicy.
I think the wrap's gonna end up being my favorite.
Good choice.
All right, Reba, well, I think it's safe to say that the food and beverage on the planet of Batuu is definitely out of this world.
Oh, I wish it was a sneak taste and not a sneak peek. It all looks so good. Hey, did you ever want to build and own your own droid? Well, now you can. It is just one of the many ways you can enhance your Star Wars adventure here at Galaxy's Edge. Earlier, I had the chance to check out one-of-a-kind new merchandise waiting for you here on Batuu. Take a look. So I'm here in the marketplace with Brad Schoenberg, Director of Merchandise Strategy for Disney Parks. Now, Brad, you know all about merchandise here. What do I need to enhance my Galaxy's Edge experience?
This is a great place to start. We're Black Spire Outfitters. Here, you can get into character immediately with a tunic, a belt, or even a vest.
And Brad, what is this delightful place?
Well, we are at the creature stall. This is where you would come to adopt the craziest creatures in the galaxy. So, for example, on my shoulder, a Kowakian monkey lizard. Many would call him Salacious Karam. And you have a Porg.
So cute.
The cutest. So, Reba, no visit to Black Spire Outpost would be complete without a visit to Savi's hand-built lightsabers and the Droid Depot where you can build your own droid.
Wow. I think I'm ready to hit the land. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
So much great stuff. Now, we are just a couple minutes away from the start of our dedication ceremony, and you can see invited guests continue to arrive and are anxiously awaiting the big moment. Right now, I am excited to welcome one of the primary writers for StarWars.com, Kristen Baver. Hey, welcome, Kristen. Oh, actually, or as they say on Batuu, in the evening, rising moons.
Rising Moons, Reba.
Wow, you're already like a local. Now, you are a true Star Wars fan, and I would say a Star Wars expert, and you've had a chance to walk around Batuu and Black Spire Outpost, so what do you think about its authenticity?
You know, one of my favorite things about Star Wars is really that it's so welcoming and familiar, and absolutely this experience has been an extraordinary way to see that on a whole new level.
Yeah, it almost feels like when you're walking around here that you could live here.
Absolutely.
Any of us could move in.
I've already moved in.
Oh, is that right? Now, earlier, I believe you took control of this hunk of junk behind us.
I did.
And experienced Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run. In fact, we have a video of you on board. So what was that like?
You know, I am not such a great pilot myself.
That's
but
surprising to me.
It was great fun, though, and that's really the main thing that you want out of this experience. You want to have fun. The Falcon is the centerpiece of Black Spire Outpost, and so it was really amazing to finally take those controls.
And for all of the guests who are planning their visit to Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, what is not to miss?
Absolutely, August Cantina and Smuggler's Run.
Okay, thank you so much, Kristen, for joining us.
Thank
So
you.
great to have you. Now, I'm getting word our ceremony is about to begin. A reminder for all of you, we want to hear from you throughout the live stream tonight using @DisneyParks and hashtag DisneyParksLive on Twitter. Let us know how excited you are and what you are most looking forward to experiencing at Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. We will share some of your comments after the dedication. And now, inside Disney Parks and AT&T are proud to present an uninterrupted live stream of the Star Wars Galaxy's Edge dedication ceremony.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Chairman and Chief Executive Officer of the Walt Disney Company, Bob Iger.
Thank you. Thank you very much. All right, I have a long speech that's on a prompter, but I have to start by saying, isn't this fantastic? Fantastic. I have been in this job for 14 years, and you can imagine in this job you have a lot of really good days and a lot of really good nights. This is right up there with the best of them. So thank you, welcome. Okay. In the spring of 1977, a bright young filmmaker released his newest creation. And it was a unique mix of science fiction, romantic fantasy, and grand adventure. A truly extraordinary film and an epic cultural event that captured the imagination of generations of moviegoers, changed the industry forever. So many of us remember seeing Star Wars for the first time. So exciting, so daring, just so great. And George Lucas is the person that we have to thank for bringing us its rich and textured worlds and one of the greatest mythologies of our time. Save it. I like enthusiasm. For more than 4 decades, Star Wars has transported us to galaxies far, far away, to grand and exotic places, and into complex, colorful, intricately interwoven stories. Now, I'm sure some of you fantasized about traveling in hyperspace to be among the most diverse set of characters imaginable. The dark side and the light side, bounty hunters, space pirates, rebel spies, and all sorts of alien misfits in all shapes and sizes. Now, personally, I always wanted to sidle up to the bar of the cantina. Wouldn't you like to do that? Although, nothing would have excited me more than to climb in the cockpit and pilot the fastest hunk of junk in the galaxy, the Millennium Falcon. And now, with the opening of Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, we can do all of that and so much more. Star Wars first came to Disney when our Imagineers and George Lucas joined forces to create the groundbreaking Star Tours attraction more than 30 years ago. And Star Tours fans. And in 2012, George entrusted us with his extraordinary legacy. And as you can see, we take that responsibility very seriously. Now, I speak for everyone at Disney when I express deep gratitude to George for giving us that opportunity. And when I first met with our Imagineers to talk about Star Wars, my message was actually quite simple. Do not be ambitious. Be the most ambitious that you have ever been. After all, we are building on the legacy of 2 extraordinary visionaries, Walt Disney and George Lucas. And both of those men embodied quality, innovation, and bold creativity. Both knew how to surprise people. Actually, both knew how to blow their minds with experiences unlike any that they had had before. And we knew that we had to walk in their footsteps and get this right for all who come to this happy place, particularly for those wonderful and passionate Star Wars fans. Sensing there are a few of you in the audience tonight. As I stand here tonight before all of you, knowing that we built something special, because I do, something unique and something very Star Wars in its scale, technical sophistication, and its artistry, and we are thrilled to finally share it with the world. So I want to congratulate and thank Bob Chapek, our chairman of Disney Parks and Resorts.
The president of Walt Disney Imagineering, Bob Weiss.
Scott Trowbridge and Robin Reardon, the project lead, and our incredible Imagineers, along with a phenomenal team at Lucasfilm. Here for Lucasfilm. The Disneyland cast. Come on. And the thousands of dedicated men and women who have given their time and talent to create this spectacular land. As you can see, Galaxy's Edge is absolutely amazing. And tonight, I am honored to have the man who started it all here with us tonight for this historic occasion. Ladies and gentlemen, George Lucas.
Thank you, Bob. I'll first say you did a great job.
Thank you very much. Coming from you, that means a lot.
Well, it could have gone very bad. But it didn't. It's Star Tours on steroids at a level you can't possibly believe. And I'd also like to thank all the Imagineers and others here that made this thing possible, because it's the first time because I worked with the Imagineers a long time ago, and we did, everything was like it was in the olden days, where it was very hard to do anything. So now the technology is here. This thing is amazing. It's really something that you couldn't even dream about 20 years ago. So I hope you enjoy it. It was a great experience for me, and I think that you'll change your life. Thank you.
Thanks, George. Thank you. George is a little awestruck because we piloted the Millennium Falcon earlier. I will admit that we did that. You'll get your chance. Anyway, thanks, George. And now I'd like to introduce a man who won our hearts as the charming rogue Lando Calrissian, Billy D. Williams.
Yeah, hi, thank you. It was really nice to see you. That was my daughter who just came up with me. But thank you. I'm so really happy to be here. It's been almost 40 years since the last time I played Lando. People keep asking me, how did I find Lando again? Well, Lando never left me. And being involved with the Star Wars has been incredibly rewarding to me. And certainly working with and being hired by this wonderful man was a very special part of my life. And thank you so much. And happy birthday. As you probably know, I was the original owner of the Millennium Falcon. It's amazing to see her looking so good today. And I'm so excited for you. You're going to get the pilot to pilot the Falcon 2 and experience your own adventures. You're going to love it just as much as I've loved it being a part of this fantastic franchise. To all the fans out there, thank you. This land is for you. Thank you.
Thanks, Billy D. Thank you. Now, I would like to bring out someone who is near and dear to the hearts of Star Wars fans everywhere and whose heroic journey captivated us for over 4 decades. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Luke Skywalker himself, Mark Hamill.
Wow. Thank you. I have to tell you, the last time I was in a Disney park with George Lucas was for the opening many moons ago of Star Tours. And I thought to myself, this is inconceivable that I could be part of a movie that would get its own ride in a Disney theme park. I mean, I better savor the moment because it'll never be surpassed. And yet, look at where we are today. We get our own land. You know, Star Wars for me has always been the gift that keeps on giving, and the reason is because of you. Your parents tell you not to speak to strangers, and everywhere I go, people treat me like I'm family. And the stories they tell me, they're personal stories of seeing Star Wars or reading the books or playing the games or watching the animated series, whatever it is. They're so personal and so heartfelt. It got me through troubled times. You know, I was going through a terrible breakup. My mother was sick. I met my spouse online. The stories they tell me are so heartfelt, and I can't tell you how grateful I am to have been a part of it, to be associated with a character that represents optimism and hope. And so I'd like to take this opportunity to thank Walt Disney and especially George Lucas for teaching the world a new way to dream. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Now, tonight is our first opportunity to join the inhabitants of the planet Batuu and live the adventure. So, welcome.
Okay, Troy. Let's fire up the Falcon.
This is just a little embarrassing. Is there somebody who knows how to fix this thing?
Hey, no worries, no worries. You don't forget, this is the ship that made the Kessel Run in 12 parsecs, all right?
That's right. She may not look like much, but she's got it where it counts.
Ladies and gentlemen, Harrison Ford. All right, can you help us out with this thing?
I'll give it a try, Bob. Peter. This one's for you.
Oh, well. Ladies and gentlemen, Star Wars Galaxy's Edge is now open.
I told you guys you wanted to stick around. You did. Was that a surprise or what? I can't get over it.
That's incredible.
I love Star Wars so much, and to see all of the original stars up on stage.
Oh my gosh.
Well,
incredible.
okay, Michael, the surprises have not ended. I have another surprise.
Okay.
And that surprise is Ginger Z from Good Morning America. Come on in, Ginger.
Ginger!
I'm so happy to be here.
I'm so happy to have you. What did you think of that ceremony?
Otherworldly, like I was on Batu. Oh wait, I am.
You are. Okay, so I know you've been here for a couple days.
Yes.
You've had the opportunity to explore. What were your impressions? And have you seen Chewie?
So impression immediately is mind blown. I mean, you know they're going to do it big when you have Lucasfilms and Disney. Of course, they're going to pay attention to every detail. But my goodness, this place is wild. I would call myself just a casual fan of Star Wars. I now want to go back so hard and see all those little details. I want to live it over again. I want to come back here tomorrow and do it all over. So yes, Chewie, lots of time with him. He kind of like led me around the park. I got all access, and the tour guide was somebody who really knows it well.
Yeah, was he a good host? Did he take good care of you?
He was a great host. He kept, I had some translation issue early because like Wookiee and it's
right. Yes.
So like we really got into it after a while.
The accent is very thick.
And,
You'll get better after a while.
Physicality, we started to understand each other after a while, you know? But I do say he gave me tips to flying the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah.
I was horrible. I crashed so many times, but apparently you can do that. And then we wrote it again. I got better and better.
It's a tough ship, yeah.
So
Now,
you were a pilot. Did you get to be a gunner or engineer?
Just pilot.
Okay.
I went straight pilot. A couple of times pilot. I needed to like make up for what I did the first few times. It wasn't pretty.
Ginger, you're normally a morning person.
Yeah.
And it's pretty late out here, but you have a show tomorrow morning, don't you?
I was just kind of looking at the clock, but I was like, I have to talk to both of you. This is very important. No, but we do. We start tomorrow morning. We will be bringing everybody inside, not just with Chewie, but I sat down with the big boss, with Bob Iger, who just brought us that great presentation, and I was able to get his thoughts because you think about something like this, it's been 5 years in the making. The Imagineers that we sat down with, that we were able to talk with, it's beyond emotional for them, you know, and it's for everyone because true Star Wars fans, true fans of Disneyland, this is a big change. This is the biggest land expansion ever. We're going to bring you all of those details and all that fun on Good Morning America tomorrow morning. And of course, Chewie may join us.
We can't wait.
I mean, we're like this now, you know?
Well, Ginger, thank you so much for joining us. We can't wait to tune in tomorrow morning and watch.
Thank you so much for having me. Yeah,
Absolutely.
congratulations on all this.
Thank you.
Now, Michael, before the ceremony, you invited viewers to share what they are most excited to experience at Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. What did they have to say?
All right, a couple shout outs. We have McElvey Photography, fulfilling my destiny, he says. At SF Sports Fan 1973, driving the Millennium Falcon. He cannot wait to do it when he visits, coming May of next year. Beard of Disneyland. I'm excited for every little detail the Imagineers put into the land. Matt Harrington at Darth Durango, building a lightsaber, he says. Hopefully, he won't be the only one he can do during his visit because he would love to also go to the cantina and hop on Smuggler's Run.
He's going to get to do all of those things.
No, we also got some photos I'd love to share. So at Live for Coasters, this photo was taken here at Disneyland Park before we actually opened the gates here. Great shot, thank you for sharing. At LOT Cosplay, this one's hilarious with Kylo Ren, meeting him for the first time.
He can be intimidating.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Oh, and I think we have another one here as well. Kylo Ren at Walt Disney World. At Leave, thank you for sharing this awesome memory. And lastly, at Matt Schauk. Also, he's meeting BB-8, which can't go wrong with that.
No, BB-8's a sweetheart. I know him personally. Now, Michael, I have a question for you.
Yes.
You know what's better than one Star Wars Galaxy's Edge?
2?
You're absolutely right, 2. And 3 months from today, on August 29th, Star Wars Galaxy's Edge will open to guests at Disney's Hollywood Studios at Walt Disney World Resort in Florida. Now, while there is so much excitement here tonight at Disneyland in California, we are thrilled to take you live right now to Walt Disney World Resort in Florida for our first ever bi-coastal live stream. Joining us now live from the outer edge of our galaxy, where it is almost midnight, are Leanne O'Regan and Mark Daniel with a look at what's ahead at Walt Disney World. Hey, Leanne and Mark.
Hey, thanks, Reba.
Hi, everybody. Yes, we are live here in Florida, where we are exactly 3 months to the day when this Star Wars Galaxy's Edge opens on August 29th. That's right, it's the second Star Wars Galaxy's Edge to open here in the U.S. And wow, Mark, that dedication ceremony we just saw was simply amazing.
It was great, especially for Star Wars fans, and we got to see Chewbacca in the cockpit of the Millennium Falcon.
Oh, it was so much fun.
Well, I got to tell you, Leanne, you know what's really exciting here tonight in Florida is that this is the first time we've been able to bring you live pictures from inside Star Wars Galaxy's Edge at Disney's Hollywood Studios. Now, that explains our outfits right now, our construction outfits. You look very fashionable, by the way.
Thank you very much.
Now, just like at Disneyland, Galaxy's Edge here in Florida at Disney's Hollywood Studios takes guests to the planet of Batuu and features dining, shopping, and incredible attractions, including the Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run on opening day.
Oh my gosh, that is going to be so exciting, but I'm really excited about Smuggler's Run. Can you imagine riding in the cockpit of the famous Millennium Falcon? It's going to be amazing. And then, of course, opening later in the year is Star Wars Rise of the Resistance. It's the most ambitious, immersive, and advanced attraction ever imagined. And we'll have more information to come on the opening date for Rise of the Resistance later this year.
And I got to tell you something, Leanne, the food is going to be out of this world amazing here.
I can't wait.
You know, guests at Walt Disney World can experience the best in galactic dining at Oga's Cantina, featuring curious concoctions and Docking Bay 7 food and cargo, where you can feast on galactic favorites. And of course, we'll have to sample, Leanne, the blue or green milk at the milk stand. Which color are you choosing?
I'm going for blue.
All right, I'm going to go with green, and we'll compare notes.
Yes.
All right, now that is the famous drink Luke Skywalker drank in the Star Wars movies.
That's exciting. We have more exciting news to share about Star Wars Galaxy's Edge here at Walt Disney World in Florida. Guests at Walt Disney World Resort hotels and other select hotels will have a chance to enjoy extra magic hours at Disney's Hollywood Studios, including select attractions and experiences at Star Wars Galaxy's Edge each morning from September 1st through November 2nd of 2019 from the hours of 6 a.m. to 9 a.m.
I got to tell you, Leanne, that is some extra magic.
Yes.
Now, you're going to need a valid theme park admission, and a hotel ID is actually required.
Yep, absolutely. For all the latest news and information on everything Star Wars at Disney Parks, be sure to regularly check the Disney Parks blog at disneyparksblog.com/Star Wars.
Leanne, I think we need to go and end this transmission soon. I saw some first order troopers on patrol in this actual area.
Oh no, that means we better get going, so back to you, Reba.
All right, yeah, you guys better keep a low profile when the first order's around. I don't trust those guys. Now, what an incredible historic night this has been here at Disneyland Resort. A reminder for all of you, Star Wars Galaxy's Edge opens to the public at Disneyland Resort on Friday, May 31st, and there is some important information you need to know. Reservations are required to visit Star Wars Galaxy's Edge from May 31st to June 23rd, and at this time, reservations are no longer available. However, reservations are still available for guests staying at a Disneyland Resort hotel between May 31st to June 23rd. Guests staying at one of the 3 Disneyland Resort hotels during this time will receive a designated reservation to visit Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. Reservations can be made at disneyland.com/hotels. After June 23rd, a reservation is not needed to access Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, but access is subject to capacity. For more information and to plan your trip to Disneyland Resort and Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, visit Disneyland.com and the Disney Parks blog. Well, that wraps things up for us here from Black Spire Outpost on the planet of Batuu. From all of us at Inside Disney Parks and Disneyland Resort, thanks for watching, and may the Force be with you.